Hey guys, JamesMCD Reviews here. Welcome to another episode of the Cinematic Bucket List series. At the start of this month, LEGO, the company that I've developed a beautiful love-hate relationship with recently, released what I'd consider to be one of their best sets of 2025. This is the LEGO Ideas Goonies set. It's 2,912 pieces and it's priced at $330, which, considering what you get in it and compared to some of the other insanely overpriced shit that they've released this year, I honestly'd say that's a fair deal. I got to build some of the set at work and play around with it when it was finished, and it's pretty cool. It comes with every main character from the movie, it has all the detail you want in a display model, but it also has all the fun, interactive features you'd want out of a playset. There has been one thing that I've noticed since the set has released, however. A lot of people seem to have forgotten about the Goonies. Don't get me wrong, we definitely had some people see the set being built, recognize what it was, and say how cool it looks, but there have also been a lot of people, obviously younger, who either don't have a good memory of the film or have no idea what it even is. Hell, I've only seen it once, and it was several years ago when I was much younger, so I only really have vague memories of it. Which is a shame, because I remember it being really good. It just seems like it's fallen out of the public consciousness recently. So I decided, in order to help better speak to the details of the set, to help celebrate its 40th anniversary, and to help bring an 80s classic back into people's discussions, I'm going to be talking about The Goonies, released in 1985, produced by Steven Spielberg, and directed by Richard Donner. The movie is about a group of kids who, in an attempt to stop their homes from being demolished, go on an adventure to find missing pirates' treasure, while also trying to outrun this family of Italian criminals. I thought this movie was a delight. It was really cool seeing the blueprint that so many modern movies and shows that are set in the 80s have been modeling themselves after. The biggest difference with this, though, is that while it's still a very larger-than-life adventure, it also feels very intimate and kind of lower stakes. I know that sounds kind of weird, but take, for example, the trailer for Stranger Things Season 5 that dropped a while ago. That show, as it's gone on, feels like it's deviating more and more from its time period and feeling more and more modern as the story gets bigger. That doesn't make it bad necessarily, but sometimes I like a movie like this. It's these misfit kids with their different personalities that are, yes, going on a grand adventure to search for treasure, but at the end of the day, they don't want their houses foreclosed on and don't want to say goodbye to each other. It mixes a lot of fantasy and horror elements, but the core of the film is just a feeling of childlike wonder and excitement, and I really liked that. It was also really cool and interesting seeing a movie made up of pretty much all first-time actors and seeing how so many of them would grow up to do bigger and better things. From Sean Astin and Josh Brolin, who went on to be part of major franchises, to Corey Feldman, who had several big roles throughout the 80s and 90s, to Ke Huy Quan, who went on to win a fucking Oscar. So many times with these movies, there's only really one who becomes a big name, and it's cool to see such a great cast, even the ones that aren't acting, still doing cool stuff. This movie is really made by the cast. It is the quintessential 80s kids adventure team, and all that implies. When I was talking with my manager about potentially rewatching this movie, one of the things that he was concerned and curious about was how well certain portrayals have aged with the passage of time. And yeah, there are shreds of tokenism and little hints of fat shaming, but it never comes across as mean-spirited. That's just kind of how friend groups acted back then, and you could argue still kind of act to this day. They would bully each other, they would give each other shit, but it all stems from a place of love. And even though the characters are certainly defined by their one-word traits, like Data being the inventor, Mouth being the smartass, Chunk being hungry, etc., they also never feel like stereotypes. I thought the Fratelli family were fun villains. They're classic bumbling villains that can still be threatening when they need to be. Sloth, for such a memorable part of the movie, I was kind of surprised that he wasn't in it more. But he works as the big, strong softie that saves the day, and the prosthetics on him still look really good. That's another thing. The look of the film is so great. All these elaborate sets and traps being practical and tangible, the way they shoot the Midwest and how it contrasts with the darker shadows and lighting of the caves. The movie just screams 80s adventure, and it looks so cool. The movie is by no means perfect. It certainly takes its time getting to them exploring the caves, and the characters' banter straddles the line between funny and annoying. Also, because many of them are shouting over each other, it can be hard to understand what they're saying a lot of the time. But overall, I thought this was a really fun movie. It's got lovable characters, a lot of snark, a lot of heart. It's got action, adventure, horror, and a good feeling of childlike wonder. I hope people continue to show this to their kids and keep it alive, because we really don't get kids' movies like this anymore, which is a real shame. And with the movie fresh in my head, I can honestly say that LEGO did a really great job translating it into a set. So yeah, go watch the Goonies, go build the LEGO set. Going to my ranking, I'd have to give the Goonies a 3.5 out of 5. And that does it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments, when's the last time you've seen the Goonies? Did you grow up with it? Have you watched it recently? What are your thoughts on it? Do you like it? Do you hate it? How does it hold up after all this time? And what nostalgic 80s property should they make a LEGO set based off next? Let me know all that stuff down below. I've got more videos coming real soon, but until then, be sure to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell so you can stay updated when I'm posting. Follow me on all my social media, subscribe to my main channel. Everything you need to know will be in the description. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.